Hi, everybody. Welcome to a very special edition of the Steelers Virtual Roundtable this week. I am pleased to be joined by former Steelers linebacker Arthur Moats and our special guest this week, running back James Conner, who has a new book out called Fear is a Choice, Tackling Life's Challenges with Dignity, Faith, and Determination. Thank you both so much for being here. James, let's jump right in. Kind of take us through the process of what it was like putting this book together and now getting to share it with everybody.
It's been an awesome process, awesome experience, growing up and where I'm at now. I never thought that I'd, be an author and have a published book, but process, took like a little over a year. I had a co-author, Tiffany Brooks. She was amazing. She went back and interviewed old coaches, teammates, teachers, family members, and just got, some stories from them. And we worked hard on it, and it's just awesome so far hearing all the positive feedback and people are liking it. So it was a fun journey for sure.
Look, man, what was the most exciting part of that whole process for you?
I think it was just the unknown, not knowing what it was going to be like and, how the response was going to be. It's definitely new. It was a new area, that I was in. But, it was just fun all around and just the process over the years. And, it was like a roller coaster. It was ups and downs about the process. It was tough visiting the dark times and revisiting those stories, obviously. But also I got to reminisce on, the good days in college and the good days ahead, So I like to think it's just the beginning.
James, whenever she went back and maybe interviewed some people from high school or whatnot, or back home in Erie, was there a story she brought back to you that was maybe an aha moment for you or something that you might have completely forgot about?
I think, with me in this journey, growing up, me and my family, me and my brothers, we were so tight growing up. And now, during writing the book and she, hearing the stories that my brothers were telling, it was kind of like, so that's, kind of where I get it from. I always knew that, but it was just not, sometimes in this life that we're living, we can get caught up everything, it's just all the headlines and stuff is just my name, but it's a lot bigger than me. There was so many people who, added to this and helped me become who I am and shape me today. So it was just kind of nice to hear that again and get that reassurance that, it's bigger than me.
Now, the theme of the book, Fear is a Choice. You talk about overcoming adversity and things like that throughout your career and just your life. Why did you feel it was so important to write that book now?
Well, it's still early, in my life, but constant interactions with fans, supporters, messages, tweets, just people telling me how much inspiration they drawn from me, how I motivated them during the tough times. And so last year when, we went to New York and I had the opportunity to meet with the book publishing companies and the opportunity presented itself, I said, let's just go for it. And that way we put it on paper. We tried to create a timeless piece where people can, read it a couple of times, go back and apply it, to their life, any type of adversity they're dealing with. And I just wanted something that, I can hold on to and get those life lessons and hopefully we try to make it timeless.
A perfect summary, James. A great gift for Father's Day. What are you hearing from fans who have received their copy and just the message of hope that you're giving them?
I've been hearing a lot of great stuff. I've been hearing people telling me they're crying reading it. They tell me they can't put it down, telling me, just finding out different things about me. But it's been great. There were some Amazon reviews that were all really positive. I seen we jumped up a couple slots for the #1 football book on Amazon. So it's been nothing but a blessing. I don't know why God keeps blessing me, but I hope he doesn't stop.
You're an amazing guy, man. And when we talk about just your story in general, it's very inspirational. And I'm glad, like you said, that you did put this out here. Now, throughout the whole process, what do you think was the most challenging part of it to you?
The most challenging part was definitely just going back on those stories that I in the situations that I was in, dark times. And so I think that was probably, revisiting that.
Authors here, I feel a little, I've never written a book unlike you two. So I'm going to jump to football a little bit, James, if that's okay with you. And obviously this offseason has been unprecedented. Nothing anybody has ever gone through before. What do you think, if you could think of a takeaway, would be the biggest thing that maybe this has taught you or made you appreciate?
Well, with the book or just like with the quarantine and everything that's going on?
Just everything that is going on right now.
Sure. Well, when the quarantine first started, I definitely tried to take advantage of that and get my body back and also just focus on the small things, strengthen my mental. Everybody had a lot of time, to themselves, where they were in the house and whatnot. And so I just wanted to come out of this better than, when it started. And I believe I did that. I upped my nutrition, my training. And I'm just excited to hopefully get back into the swing of things soon. I miss all my teammates, miss the guys. I miss football. So, I'm kind of ready to be back.
I mean, and speaking of your training, we saw the picture that broke the internet. I mean, when your back was the size of, just 30 grown men, it was crazy. But but yeah, man, just talk about how difficult it's been to interact with some of the newer guys in that running back room. You think about it, Anthony McFarland Jr., because of the whole virtual offseason and things like that.
Yeah, it's tough. I feel for those rookies. Most, how it is coming in as a rookie. You want to find your footing. You want to, gain respect from your teammates and whatnot. And it's kind of hard for us to do that and for them to do that over, over the internet and through a FaceTime call. But the good thing about it is all 32 teams have the same circumstances. So, we can't use that as an excuse. It's definitely been different having a virtual off season, like you said, trying to do meetings and stuff over the computer and whatnot. But you know how the Steelers are and how Coach T is. We're going to maximize it and we're going to get the most out of it.
Absolutely.
Players are also getting to learn some new faces in terms of the coaching staff, not just, the rookies and maybe the free agents. Matt Canada, but Ike Hilliard is a new member of Coach Tomlin's staff. How is it getting to know coaches in a virtual world and maybe trying to learn what they want to do with the offense this year?
Yes, it's kind of difficult as well, but a good thing I have a little history with Coach Canada. I got a year with Coach Falk in already, so it'll be tough for the other coaches, but we'll just have to really get right to it whenever we can get back as a team and as an organization together. And so the coaches are doing the best they can with trying to, relay their messages and our new coaches trying to, get a feel for us and we get a feel for them.
And now continuing with your just amazing offseason, you were part of another video that broke the internet, man, when you look at Ben Roethlisberger returning and throwing the ball. So just talk about how excited you are for his return and ultimately the impact you think it's going to have on your game this year.
Oh, man, I think it's going to have a huge impact on the game. With just him, being that threat out there that he is, the Super Bowl champion that he is, the Hall of Famer he is. And so we're just super excited to get our leader back. We're going to rally around him. I know he's working hard. It's been awesome to get a couple workouts in with him during this offseason and to see him back out there throwing. So we're super excited about it.
James, I'll end on this one for you. Training camp will not be at St. Vincent College in Latrobe this year, which is just kind of crazy when you think about it. Most likely at Heinz Field. What's one good thing and one bad thing about not having to go to Latrobe for training camp?
It's definitely going to be different. That's all I know is Latrobe. Obviously the Steelers, that's been their history forever. So I think the bad thing is how it's going to impact the people out there and how I know that that's what they really look forward to every year after year. It's awesome getting to see the kind of the same faces, from the loyal fans out there. But one thing I do like is that it will be at Heinz Field, and I think it'll just be a little bit more special with us having training camp there. It'll feel a little bit different, maybe playing at home after we spend so much time there. I'm excited about it. I know that they'll have this set up right for us. So we're definitely going to miss the fans out there at Latrobe in the history and tradition. But we'll maximize our time at Heinz and hopefully have a great camp.
All right, well, we hope you stay safe. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, Fear is a Choice is out now, so make sure you get your copy, a perfect summer read for everybody. Arthur, thanks as always for your time. James, thanks again. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Moats. Always good to see you, bro. Thank you, Missi. Appreciate it. Y'all take care.